this generation, I'm talking about Gen Z, Gen Alpha, and even some millennials, there's that desire to make things quickly, to get rich really quickly. And that has led to people taking very new professions that can ensure that they make this money very quickly, either through social media, leveraging technology. And we've seen sort of a departure, if you speak to the average Gen Zer, Gen Alpha, but what they want to be, you wouldn't hear as many traditional paths like medicine, accountancy, because they don't see it as a destination to get rich very quickly. I'm joined by an HR practitioner in the person of Kelvin Ume. Welcome to Rubbin Minds.
Thank you very much. Hope you're good.
I'm well. Thank you for asking. And I just want you to let me know your experience working with Gen Zers, Gen Alpha. And I will put a bit of the millennials because they are catching on very quickly to some of the trends and technologies available that lead to making money really fast compared to the traditional careers that you have to invest 20 years, 30 years and wait for a pension.
Well, working with these people is very different than working with millennials, right? They want to get the money very quick. And then what I've noticed that one of what have really led to this is social media, right? So social media has amplified the instant money cash grab, and everybody wants to get it. And over time, trust me, celebrities and influencers have really been, posting affluence, posting luxury and success, right? They do not take the time to really tell these people the steps on how to get this done. So everybody wants to get that instant money, right? And this has really caused, people to not follow the traditional means of, work, getting your basic education, work for some time before getting the money, right? Everybody just wants to dive into that quick wealth, and they don't want to mind what it takes to get that money. They just want the quick money. So working with these guys have really just opened my eyes to see that in the nearest future, trust me, we might have a weak economy because not everybody is willing to do the 9 to 5. I had someone resign the other day, and I was like, just concerned to saying, why did you resign? So, I'm getting more from my online, from my influence, than I'm getting from work. So I want to dive fully into influencing jobs. So yeah, it's tough. Yeah.
Is the goal of work just money making? What happens to fulfillment? What happens to contribution to society? There are some jobs that don't pay as well, but if we should take them away, the society is finished. Let's take, for example, teaching, education. If you're not educated, even to do the online thing, to do the influencing, you're not going to be able to do anything. So there are professions that need to be protected for the economy, and education is just one. We still have healthcare, and I can go on and on. Agriculture, we need to eat. So where do we need to start changing people's understanding of the role of work in relation to society?
I think not just the government. I think both influencers and celebrities and everybody needs to put their mouths together to, create this change. Today, I would say an alpha or someone close to that will tell you, if you're not making money, you're not worth it. I think their success today, their glorification of success today is how much you have, what you can purchase, what properties do you have. I think if everybody, not just government, begin to invest in programs where we begin to teach these people that it is very important you work. You don't just work because you want to work. You're working to help people. You're working to save the economy. You're working to save a generation to come. Then it makes it different. Because if you look at what is happening around us, let's say, for instance, everybody in Nigeria today, we're just going to influencing. Imagine what will happen to our economy. We'll have a very big skill gap. Trust me, there will be nobody doing the sewing anymore. There'll be nobody doing the teaching anymore. There'll be nobody doing, even the health sector is going to go down, right? So I think if we all put our voices together, like the very influencers and the celebrities they look up to, because a lot of them look deeply into social media. If we can have some segment, carve out some niche to begin to talk deep to saying education is important. Why you want to be an influencer, you can be an influencer and still be the top teacher you are. You can be an influencer and still be the biggest doctor you want to be. You can be an influencer and still be the biggest banker you want to be. It all depends on how you set these goals. But first, education is one. And then going into that career path you want to go for yourself is the second one. When you get into that, you're doing well, you can now talk about social media, post it, and talk about it. It's very allowed.
Do you see that shift happening? Is it because you can do that in Nigeria, but when you look at the West, we still see the glorification of wealth. So you're looking at your Hollywood celebrities and it's how big their house is, their mansion, how many cars they have. You're looking at your musicians and their music videos are filled with luxurious cars, the most beautiful women. So is it enough to just do it here in Nigeria? What happens when we still have social media, we still have the internet where people can consume this consumer-driven culture where wealth is glorified?
To be honest with you, I hate to say this because I will tell you, and one of the ways we can really do this is by regulating social media. Right. I so much believe in regulating social media. We need to look at consumerism. What do people even consume? Now, when we begin to look deep into influencers, celebrities, or even brands who put out adverts, who put out content for people to watch, and we begin to tell them, you need to bring out reality. We don't want you, if you're going to show us the amount of mansion you have, I would also want you to give us time, explain how you got this, explain the number of years it took you to become this person. And I think the government is the best people to really look deep into this. I think it should be regularized, right? And also look into what people consume. If it is not right for the masses, for the young people, cut it off. It shouldn't be out there. Everything about celebrity shouldn't be about ostentatious display of wealth. It shouldn't be about I have 10 mansions. What are you doing? How did you even get there, right? Who are the people you're bringing to ensure we maintain a stable economy? What is the educational sector is like? I think this is what people should also dive and put into, and not just the glorification of wealth, affluence, luxury, and all of those.
Do you think these celebrities are willing to say how they really made their wealth? And I'm not talking about aspire to perspire to respire and expire. I'm talking about people who might have used the leverage they have to get access to make money in different ways. Do you think we're ready for that honest conversation? Because we can look at things from the traditional side of things. I mean, people who believe if I get what this man has said I need, he'll be able to make money for me, whether it's through ritual killings or some people who believe in Ponzi schemes, for example, and some people who use what they have to get what they want.
To be honest, I don't think a lot of celebrities are willing to talk about that. Because if you look at the means of income, it is not really pure. And why I say this is that look at what people show today on social media or on what we see. Oh, I got a Rolls Royce, I got a big mansion. What do you do? What they really do, does it equate to what they have? I think if the government can also look into it, is saying if you're able to display ostentatiously on social media, then you have to come out and declare what you have or how you got it from. Because, it is really impacting this current generation, and people are involved in risky behaviors. What I mean by risky behaviors, right? People don't really mind how they get this wealth. There are also Ponzi scheme, people are into bets, people are into ritual killings. I don't want to mention go deep, but these are really affecting young people because nobody wants to work. You tell someone you need to work for 5-6 years, like to become like a manager, and they say, why am I wasting my time to working that long when I can do something to get instant money? Look at the youth today. A 14-15-year-old is running around with a Rolls Royce with cars you would work 6 years to even buy those cars. People are just getting it. So I think the government should look into it. If you're going to display your wealth, tell us how you got it.
And I think my final question will have to look at what others can do beyond the government. So whether it's the advertisers, whether it's the companies, whether it's the schools, in 2 minutes or less, what can the other people beyond government be doing to correct this problem?
To be honest with you, I think it is a fight for everybody. We need to save this country. We need to save this economy, because if we continue in this way, trust me, we're going to have a very weak workforce in years to come. It is for you as a parent, question your child. Where are you getting this money from? Encourage your child to go to school. Encourage your child to, work. Encourage them, be it 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. you're doing the right thing. Give them that encouragement, give them support. Watch the kind of content they consume. Watch the friends they hang out with. As a celebrity, yes, we appreciate you displaying wealth, but as you display wealth, be able to encourage people to say it is not easy. I worked for 10 years to be here. I did these brand deals to get what I have. For churches, don't just collect money from people. Always advise people on the religious path to take. Tell them, how important it is to live a righteous life. I'm not just saying churches. I'm saying also, for the mosque and other traditional means. Advise people. I think if we have like a moral standard where everybody believes in a morality, working to get things done the right way, I think there is a head path for us to go.
So it's a collective responsibility of government, the private sector, religious leaders, traditional leaders, celebrities, parents, and everyday people like you and I to just ensure that we promote the right values around work and not glorify the display of wealth. Thank you very much, Kelvin, for your contributions on Rubbin Minds.
Thank you so much.